up, YouTube?
I'm down. That's this.
And we're the Double Mint Twins. And today we are going to be doing a story time. A story time about this precious child who was once pregnant at 15 years old.
15 and pregnant.
Yeah. So are you ready to tell your story for the world to see?
Yeah. What should I start off with?
You can start off with
About the people.
yeah.
All right. So, I met this. No, I'll start from the beginning. I met this boy. I'm not gonna say his name. I'll say his name is
Jeffrey.
And we met like at my grandma's house because he lived like right down, like a couple houses down. And we started dating August 16th, 2013. And I forgot the date. Just that quick.
That was
That was a long time ago.
yeah.
And I think it was like we was dating for like almost like a couple months. Had to be like at least like 4 or 5. And I lost my virginity to him when I was 14. Yeah, 14.
And a lot of people, and the reason why I'm sitting here is so that people don't sit here and judge her in the comments and stuff. There's people who have kids at 12 and 13 years old, and it's not the simple, and people consider girls who have kids at such young age thoughts, and that's not what the case is. People have kids at different ages for a lot of different reasons. It's not because they're thoughts or anything like that. It's a normal thing now in this generation. So the fact that people can sit here and call people thoughts is just not right, because you don't know what's going on in their life. You don't know what their mindsets are and anything like that. So carry on.
All right. So when I turned 15, I think, yeah. When I turned 15, I had got pregnant. I don't remember the exact time, but I had got pregnant around 15. And I had missed my period twice, and I didn't expect nothing because I really didn't assume anything because we had protection. I got scared because I thought there was something wrong with me. So then he told me that I should take a pregnancy test. I was like, no, it couldn't be. And so, I think him and my grandmother had bought me one. I ain't want to tell my mother because I was scared. My grandma, she was like always on my side, and she didn't like really mind it. Well, she didn't mind, but I'm just saying.
Well, my grandmother was always on, like, not like on her side, but like one of those more like people who like never like judge people. She was just always a person who would like welcome people with open arms and just would never judge anybody. So, and on top of that, in our family it's like something that happens, like they have kids at young ages, and it's not a bad thing at all, especially if you have.
It just happens.
Yeah.
It's not like a mistake. Like kids, not a mistake. It's just like a surprise. It just happens.
Yeah. So having a whole bunch of family to support you is just like that's better than anything. So like if anything like that was to happen, the fact that you know that you have family around, it shouldn't be that big of an issue. Of course, it's an issue because you're you're at a young age where you're like giving up your like childhood to take care of another life and stuff. Like there's two different sides, and I get two different sides, but yeah.
And
Jeffrey.
He was in the bathroom with me when I took it. I was like scared because I was like, I probably am. So it took like at least the box had 2 minutes, but it took like a couple seconds. And then I looked at it. I didn't want to say I was shocked. So I showed Jeffrey, and he smiled, and he showed my grandmother. And then they were just happy. And I was shocked. I was happy too because it just happened. But I was scared too because I was scared about like what people would think of me, like my mother and stuff. So I didn't want to tell her. I just wanted her to see that once I was like gonna show. But they had said that I need to tell her. So I think like
this was around the time that we had just got out of middle school, I think.
Oh yeah, it was during the summertime.
Yeah, the summer of us going into our freshman year in high school.
Yeah, and I think a couple days, like I had like 3 or 4 days later, I had told my mother, and when I had told her, I was crying. I was scared because I felt like she was gonna beat my son. But she's not the type of mother that would do that. But I feel like she was gonna do that.
Our mother was never the type to like ever put her hands on us. We'll probably be like in timeout or something like that. But she never ever put her hands on us.
Yeah, so I don't know why. I just thought that she was because I was 15. I just got pregnant, so I assumed that. So Jeffrey, my grandmother, was in the room with me. I was gonna tell her, so I just started crying. My mother, she was getting scared, and she was like, "What is it?" So I had took two on tests because I just wanted to make sure. So I gave her 2 tests, 2 of them, and she thought I was playing. Then I was like I was serious, and she threw the test at me and Jeffrey. Walked out. Oh man, I tell you, my heart was just like broken. I was boiling tears because she wouldn't have talked to me for like weeks or days or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
mind you, I'm in the bedroom taking selfies, just minding my business. FaceTiming my best friend at the time and everything.
I didn't want to tell her. Period. I didn't tell her at all.
So yeah, when my mother went out the room, that's when she came in here and this room, like we was living here, and she told me to go in her room and look on her dresser, and I'm like, what is it? I'm like thinking maybe it's like money or some kind of surprise or something, because she always like surprise us with different kind of stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I get up and I look on her dresser, and I'm looking like, what am I looking at? I'm looking at your dresser. So she goes, look down. So I look down and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, who is this from?
You thought she was pregnant?
I'm like, you pregnant again? Because my mother had it was always me.
It was just us for
our whole
like 15 years.
15
and then
years,
she had another one.
Yeah, and then she had our little sister. So I'm like, is this yours?
She's
like,
right here.
This precious bad little.
She's 3 now. She just turned 3 a couple days ago.
Yeah, and so I thought it was hers, and she was like, no, it's your sister's. So I guess it was like so much going on that me and my mother like ended up like leaving the house, and I think we went to some store or whatever, and we were just both crying. And the reason why I was crying was because me and my sister was always close. Like we did everything together. We shared like friends. We always had sleepovers. Everything that one of us did, we did it together. Like if I wanted to go to the store, she came with me. If she wanted to go like outside and play with some chalk or something, I was like, we was like best friends. Like we didn't have to call nobody else to like be around us because we always had each other. So I felt like the fact that she like was pregnant at such a young age, I just felt like her childhood ended so early, and like things wouldn't be the same. Like it was like 4 of us growing up, me, her, and 2 of our cousins, and everybody considered us like the 4 Musketeers. And like, I just like that was the first thing that popped to my mind, was that like now when we go hang out, or we go to the mall or go to the movies or something like that, she won't be able to go because she has to stay home and like deal with her child and stuff. Like I felt like I was losing my best friend because, and on top of that, I already felt like I lost her to the kid, because I guess like her being like so young and like having like a boyfriend got her mind thinking like, oh well, I don't need you no more. I got like this friend, this, that, and the third or whatever. So like I felt like part of me already lost her, but like I felt like I completely lost her after we found out she was pregnant. So that's why I was crying. And my mother cried because she thought she was a bad mother. And
she wasn't, it just happened.
Yeah, my mother was never a bad mother.
To me, she was a perfect mother to me. This is one of them.
Yeah, she took 2.
The other one I didn't feel like getting it out, but I was going to show. I still got it. I was going to go back, because when I applied to school, I applied to co-op.
And that's like an art school in Connecticut.
And I applied and I chose dance. So I'm like all into dance and stuff like that. So I wanted to go so bad, but then I was like, no, I didn't want to go to that school because I feel like I was going to get bullied or whatever because I was pregnant. So my mother told me about an all-girl pregnant school, so I decided to go there. So I went there, and for the first like beginning and the middle of my pregnancy, I was just quiet because I just felt weird. So I think like.
And mind you, this was like our first year ever separating in high school, because every school we was in, we always were in the same school. So like if say like we was in like elementary school and we had lunch at the same time, instead of us going to like meet people, we would just meet up with each other and just eat from there. So like the fact that like, we was already separating. I was going to like a sporty
career.
Yeah, I was going to a career, a sporty type of school, and that didn't work out. And she was going to like an arts type of school. And just because I was into basketball at the time, and she was always into dancing her whole life, so we both were like already like separating. But like that was
Yeah. But eventually, everybody like started talking to me and stuff like that, and they were just helping me do it, whatever. So, I guess like at the time I talked to my mother about it, and I just told her like I'll just like stay in school, stuff. I'm not gonna drop out, and that a baby is not gonna stop me from like my goals and stuff like that. So I continue doing what I was doing. I'm just gonna take care of my child and stuff like that. And so I me and my baby father had broke up during the pregnancy, like towards the end, because he had cheated on me again. That's the second time. John, you worried about the first time. So I think we got back together again, and then I guess like he got locked up somewhere, and I think he was supposed to have came home for the birth of the baby, but he didn't. So I went through it by myself with my mother and my grandmother in the room, and I had him. It was January 27, 2015. That's a couple days. He's about to be 2.
Yep, and this is him now.
He's kind of he's bigger now.
He's bigger than this, but like this.
We would show him, but he's sleeping right now. So we probably put like a picture up or something, or put it to the end or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think Jeffrey, when I finally went home, when I gave birth, people think that giving birth is really that hard. The way stories I heard was like I was being scared, or like I want to be asleep when I gave birth. But actually, when that happened, I had the epidural. It wasn't really that bad the way people explained it. It was just like a lot of pain. It wasn't as bad as they say it was. Like you was dying, and it's not. But that's my opinion though. But I named her Khalil Javier Green.
Not only did she have one, but she had 2.
Same big father.
Yeah, same kid, because they was like an on and off type of couple.
Yeah, we was our first with everything basically.
Yeah. So
we were just so attached.
Yep, and she had her second one at
16. I got pregnant at 16, but I had her at 17.
Yeah. And I was around for everything, so I could say a lot about this story.
Yeah.
But our camera died, but that was the end of this video. And the point of us making this is so that we could, for her to get the word out there, because there's things that's being said about her and false information that of course is gonna go around about anybody. But for those who are willing to listen to her story and actually like can take stuff from this story, we hope it can like help you and stuff, because there are resources out there that will help you, such as the pregnancy school that she went to. Like, it's just like going to any other school, and it's not, but it is, because like if you're exhausted, you went there, you tell.
And where? To the school? I don't know what to say. Wait,
basically when the pregnant girls get like, tired, or like, they have like their back and stuff hurt, like any like pregnancy type of symptoms, they could like go to sleep, or like they have like beds in there, like even though they're like school hours and stuff, they like give them slides, because they're like, young pregnant girls, preggers. So, and then also, if you do have family out there, appreciate them as much as you can, especially if they're the ones like dealing with them, like especially if they're the ones dealing with them, and like just basically helping, like whether it's school hours, work hours, just anything, like any little thing, just like appreciate them. If you guys like this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, all those goodies. And if you like the story time and you like to hear more, just let us know and we'll have it to you.
Yeah, we got plenty of those.
Yeah. And
not the pregnant ones, but stories.
Yeah, and part 2 of her pregnant story is coming up right after this one. So we'll see you guys in a second.
Wait, only got 2 kids. 2, no more.
Yeah. So, yep. See you later. Bye.